So another day of padded practice is in the books, and a rookie offensive lineman just made Chiefs Kingdom take notice in a way that is pretty hard to ignore. We also got a real update on Patrick Mahomes' health straight from the coaching staff. Travis Kelce and Justin Fields both had some big days today, and there's one name buried in today's practice that Chiefs Kingdom needs to be a little concerned about. As always, I comb through every rep, quote, and report out of St. Joe today so you don't have to. Here's everything from today's practice at Chiefs training camp. So let's get through the health report first. Cyrus Allen was held out of camp again today with a bone bruise on that shin, and Xavier Worthy also set out with the shoulder issue. Both are still in that few days window we mentioned yesterday, so there's nothing really new here to be concerned about. Ashton Gelati remains out with a hamstring injury, and Omar Norman-Lott is still on the PUP list. He's continuing to work back from that ACL he suffered last year. Neither is expected back immediately, but both remain on track to return. Mansour Delane is still working in that yellow non-contact jersey per Pete Sweeney, and there was a new addition to the injury report today as well. Cornerback Christian Fulton was out there without a helmet, so we'll keep an eye on that one as more information comes out. And now here's the update Chiefs fans actually want to hear. Interim offensive coordinator Joe Blameyer was asked directly about Patrick Mahomes and the knee, and he said, quote, "He's always pushing the limits. I haven't seen anything with the knee out there on the field that would suggest any sort of hangover or setback." Now that is about as clean of a report as you could ask for right there. Straight from the coaching staff, straight from Blameyer, not a headline written to grab some clicks on the internet. And it lines up with what we were actually seeing on the field today because Mahomes ran another speed option keeper today, scoring from a couple yards out against the second team defense. Now that is now more than once we've seen that this camp. Whether that is by design to test the knee or a look they want on tape for other teams to worry about, or a genuine new wrinkle with a franchise quarterback coming off a major knee surgery, I don't know. That's worth watching as camp goes on. To me, it's a little risky. Now let's get into the part of today that has Chiefs diehards buzzing because a rookie on the offensive line did not lose a single rep. Let's go. So let's talk about that offensive lineman because Kahlil Benson is starting to make this right tackle competition genuinely interesting. Pete Sweeney noted Benson is getting first crack at those reps yet again today, and Nate Taylor reported he did not lose a single one of his 5 reps with the first team offense during the final team period today. And the matchups were not exactly soft. He had Chris Jones, R. Mason Thomas, and Felix Anudike-Uzomah, plus Peter Woods. Small sample size, sure, but a rookie holding his own against that group 2 days in a row is not nothing. This kid might actually be walking his way into a real job. On the other side of the ball, though, Peter Woods was disruptive again today, building right on top of what Andy Reid was already raving about yesterday. 2 days in a row now, stacking days in camp, that's what you want to see. It's starting to look like a real pattern, not just a flash in the pan. Now here's a name that needs to be mentioned, and it's not a good look. Jaden Hicks is getting no better than second team reps all throughout camp so far, per Ron Kopp. For a player who came in with real expectations, that is a genuine concern, and it's worth watching whether that changes at all once the pads really start colliding over the next few weeks, or if this is the direction that safety room is actually heading into. Offensively, Patrick Mahomes and Kelce continue to build on that chemistry we've talked about all camp. Kelce hauled in a one-handed grab up the seam during 7-on-7s that was called a great catch, and the two of them connected several times today, a few of them being highlight reel type of plays. Justin Fields had himself a pretty solid day too. He moved the chains twice in a row in short yardage situations, and he found tight end Jared Wiley on a nice back pedal to evade a sack attempt from Nick Bolton. Speaking of Wiley, he's quietly having a pretty strong camp so far, adding a couple more good catches today in both 7-on-7 and 11-on-11 drills. Running back Kenneth Walker also flashed a few times today as well. He's continuing to show why there's real excitement about what he can do in this backfield. He's showing great hands as well. That was a big concern for a lot of you guys when we signed him. And there was also a nice full circle moment on defense too. Marcus Harris got his hands up during 11-on-11s and tipped the pass at the line of scrimmage. And guess who was back there to get the pick? Chamari Connor, right there waiting to pick it off. Good process leading to a pretty good result. Congrats to Chamari Connor. Maybe he bounces back this year and he does a better job playing full-time safety rather than being in the nickel. So a couple more quick ones up front here. Tyquan Thornton hauled in a quick slot fade from Mahomes in a full team drill. An easy catch on the sideline with Christopher Roland Wallace trailing behind him. We also seen UDFA receiver Jacob DeJesus running a nice route and had a good catch during the second team 7-on-7s. A name worth keeping an eye on continually as camp progresses. So a real mixed bag today, actually. A rookie tackle making a serious statement, a receiver flashing quietly in Jared Wiley, and a name in Hicks that Chiefs fans should probably start asking some questions about. Shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring today's episode. Today we're going to do a little NFL Week 1 action. We're going to take Derrick Henry versus the Indianapolis Colts, 0.5 rushing plus receiving touchdowns. We're going more on that. Derrick Henry is getting into the end zone Week 1. Jamar Chase versus Tampa Bay, 0.5 rushing or receiving touchdowns. We're going to take more on that as well. And then down here at the bottom, I see our boy Kenneth Walker out of the Kansas City Chiefs versus Denver on Monday Night Football, rushing plus receiving touchdowns, 0.5. We're going more there as well. If you want to follow along with all of these picks, follow us at All Chiefed Up on Prize Picks. You can download the app in the description. And as always, use code HMA when signing up. Now back to the show. So let's wrap up with a few more notes before we get out of here. Joe Blameyer was also asked about the staff stepping up in Eric Bieniemy's absence. And he said, quote, "We've just stepped up. We miss EB, obviously. Coach Heck has stepped up. All the assistant coaches have stepped up. Everybody's stepping out here. Good to hear the offense is in steady hands while Eric stays with his family. That was a concern of some. There was some good energy around practice today, too. Patrick Mahomes had his wife Brittany and the kids out there in full force supporting him, and a handful of Chiefs legends were also on the field as well today. Tyrann Mathieu was out there, Spencer Ware, even Damian Williams. They were all helping out with drills and coaching, and even Dwayne Bowe made an appearance watching from the stands. We seen a moment with him and Kelsey on the sidelines before practice. Damian Williams and running back coach DeMarco Murray even added a little extra pressure to the returners during warm-ups today. So all in all, pretty fun day. And away from the practice fields, work is already underway getting the grass installed back at Arrowhead Stadium ahead of the new season. A small reminder that real games are getting closer day by day. So that's everything from today's practice. A rookie right tackle making a real case for himself there in Kahlil Benson. Some encouraging words on Mahomes' knee by Joe Blameyer. And a name in Jaden Hicks that Chiefs fans should keep an eye on as camp rolls on here. Is he going to get out of that Josh Williams doghouse? We'll see. If this kept you caught up and saved you to scroll, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss a single camp update just like this one. Go Chiefs.